I want to talk to somebody in charge. You are not fooling anybody when you say that what happened was a natural disaster.
I've been a Godzilla fan since I was a little kid, and we wanted to bring kind of a fresh perspective to that, and we were very fortunate to come across Gareth Edwards. And if somebody would have said to me a long time ago, like, look, not only will you get to make a Godzilla movie, but you'll have this fantastic young director, and you'll have a cast that it could easily be doing Shakespeare here in London versus a Godzilla movie, I would be really excited about that.
You're lying. It was not an earthquake. It wasn't a typhoon. Because what's really happening is that you're hiding something out there. And it is going to send us back to the Stone Age.
You know, when you sign on to do a piece like this, you really are looking at the material. You talk to the director, you agree to it, and then you hope that when you get on the set that you'll make a connection. It's not imperative that you do, but the fact that we got along and like each other just made it easier to meld into that relationship.
Although we have this kind of feud, you know, and I was supposed to be angry at him all the time, although he'd be cracking jokes a lot. So, you know, I can't really stay angry at Bryan.
And he acted like my son. I would say something and he would roll his eyes and like, oh, great. You know. The general disrespect for the elderly.
Frankly, none of us have ever faced a situation quite like this one before. I would not be asking any one of you to take this leap if I did not have complete faith in your ability to succeed. Your courage will never be more needed than it is today.
For me, it was the real challenge there was playing a lieutenant in the Navy, you know, playing that sort of American military guy. It was a role I hadn't played before, so I was really intrigued into kind of doing that. And I liked the fact that he was a father and a husband, and it had a real strong family element to it, and that, you know, it sort of became a fight for survival at some point. You know, he had to almost just try and get through in order to just reach his family and just have that moment together, you know.
I feel really lucky that I get to work with awesome actors right now. The ensemble of this film is kind of unreal in an international way, and it feels cool. Even though I didn't get to work with most of them, it just feels awesome that I could be in the same film with them. And it was fun to play a mother who's responsible for her own like emotions and actions because of a child witnessing it. And so having that, you know, trying to figure out how to go through things that are scary but not let on.
The great thing about Godzilla, I think, is if you had a load of images of silhouettes of characters in cinema history, and you went around the world and you showed people them, and as soon as someone went, who's that, or they didn't recognize it, you threw it away. I feel like the grand final would be between Mickey Mouse and Godzilla. Like, and I think what makes something iconic is it has a very strong silhouette. And so when we designed him, we literally put settings on the computer so he didn't have any texture. He was pitch black, like jet black against pure white. And we just kept rotating him and just pushing and pulling and trying to get the silhouette looking just right. And it was like a Rubik's Cube. You'd get one side good, and then you'd turn it, and you'd ruin the other side. But you couldn't cheat and peel the stickers off like normal. So it took nearly a year to get it to a place where we could rotate it 360 degrees and go, I don't want to change anything. And I genuinely, like, you know, I don't think you're probably a filmmaker if you don't always feel like, oh, I could have just done this and I could have just done that. But the one thing that I do feel when I look at Godzilla is like, I don't really want to change anything. I feel like I'm very happy with how we got him. I sat down with Thomas the other night and had a meal, and we were just celebrating the fact that we'd finished the movie and we're about to do all the publicity. And inevitably, as you're chatting, sequel, do we talk about it? What do you want to say? And we both agreed not to jinx it, and we said, you know what? Let's just let this play out. Let's see how people react. Let's see how they respond. And, you know, if it all going well, May 17th, we'll be having another meal, and we'll try and figure it out, I think.
It's the public, it's the fans that create a classic film or television show. It's up to them to decide if it weathers the test of time. And so too will be this version of our film. You know, in time, people will look back and say that Godzilla of 2014 was fantastic.